Oh my word, this looks so spectacular. Look at this. Oh my word, this is so good.
A big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video.
Morning everybody, and fantastic to see you all again. So I am out again. So I've had a pretty shocking week the last week. I've been in bed with a bad back and headaches from my CSF leak, but I couldn't make it to Svalbard. But I'm feeling a bit better now after about 8 days, and look where I am, because this is amazing.
Time goes by, yeah, you and I are running out, running out. Time goes by, I've changed my mind about you and I.
So I just saw a deer, or 4 deers in fact. Oh, look at this, it's so spectacular. This is so good, just looks amazing all around. So I'm meeting a lady, Suzanne, who's a fantastic photographer from the Peak District, and I bumped into her a few times, but we arranged to meet this morning. She's meant to be somewhere over here. I'll link a description, stuff in the profile. I've got a moment when panic mode sets in, because there's good stuff everywhere and I don't know where to go for the best when the sunrise comes up. But just look at this over here.
I could dry out in the sun for you.
Oh, this is incredible. So I'm trying to rush in a bit, so sorry about the hecticness of this, but this looks incredible. I'm just going to go over here and try and get the background in. As you see, it's pretty amazing, but it's pretty amazing everywhere. And when it's like this, it's best to just concentrate and get one good photo. And remember, there's going to be thousands you're going to miss, but if you run around like a headless chicken, which I probably will do, but I shouldn't do, then you won't get anything good. So I'm going to go over here, get a good shot here, and then when I've got that, go somewhere else. Right, camera, go.
Daydreaming is my new middle name. This is not a game for me.
Right, I'm just looking back in this direction here, and as you can see on my screen, I think there's a reasonable composition here. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. There's a gate up here. These are sort of anchoring this side, and then this that's just poking up here anchors the right hand side, and then there's a nice line of grasses that sort of leads your eye through. I think it's pretty good. This is mental. It's so beautiful here. Look at the other direction.
Imagining is my new best friend, and red is all I see. I got a PhD in love. Every step, every breath for you.
Okay. So I'm just walking up to over Owler Tor, which is over there, just coming out of the mist. In fact, at the moment, it looks so spectacular. But I've just seen this view back down the path here, which I think is good. And I'm trying to sort of do things a little bit different because I've shot this area so many times. So I've just got this sort of fence in the right-hand side. These are really nice heathers, which just look fantastic. It's peak at the moment, which is a little bit early. And then the rock, I think it looks good. I'm going to do it in landscape and portrait. And I'm shooting on my 24 to 120. That's enough information, let's shoot. So I've just met up with Suzanne, and this is just incredible. We both don't really know where to go, but I think just this view over here is just spectacular. So I'm going to stick around here and try and get something with this foreground heather and that distance. I purposely didn't bring my 100 to 400 lens because I wanted to just concentrate on just shooting with one lens, my 24 to 120. Sometimes just having one lens is a fantastic thing to do. So you just reduce some of the choice, because obviously there's choices everywhere here. Where do I go? What do I shoot? Is it going to change? Am I going the right direction? So yeah, I'm just going to stick with my 24 to 120, which will still allow me to pick some things out. This is beautiful. So here I've got a really nice little scene. I think works pretty well because I've got these grasses here and some nice heather, and I've been really careful where the line of the ridge goes here. So I've just got the line of the ridge here, and then this tree just poking out here, and then it just sort of tails off into the mist. You can't go wrong here, to be honest. Everywhere I look, I mean, just look behind me in this direction. Right, so this is in the opposite direction I was just shooting then. I got the shot over the valley, which, as you saw, looked pretty cool, I think. But this, I think, it's just a little bit different. What makes it, I think, is these grasses just on the left-hand side here. So they sort of lead you in, and then you've got like a journey through the image, through this fence, to the, you can just see over Owler Tor just appearing from the mist. It looks absolutely amazing. It doesn't get better than this. Right, walked around a little bit and then decided to come on over Owler Tor. The sun is just coming out now. I think we're going to get a little bit of light, and I've come to a composition I've taken many times before, which is this one here with this rock and this heather leading through. I'm going to take the same shot because I think the last time I took this it was sunset, so the sun was coming from over there, so it'd be interesting to compare it. But wow, what a beautiful morning. So there's so many compositions everywhere, and it's obviously the case that you just run around like a headless chicken, which is pretty much what I'm doing, as I said before. But I think it might be better just going back down into the trees, because I feel like the fog's going to hang around for a little bit, and as the sun comes out it could be really cool. And I've taken this up here so many times before, so I'm going to head back down there, I think. Okay, we're just walking a little bit further down now into the trees, because I think the mist's going to stay around for quite a long time. So, oh my word, look at this scene that I've got here. I'll just show you. It looks so incredible. So I've got these grasses that are just sort of sticking out here, and then just leads through to these trees here, and the sun's just backlighting these grasses. It looks so incredible. And I'm shooting it around sort of 28mm, and I'm bracketing it, I'm focus stacking it. So I'm focusing at the bottom, the middle and the top. And I'll show you how to put that together in Lightroom when I get back.
I've linked a video in the top right here if you want to find out exactly how I focus stack.
It's so good. So I've just found this amazing set of birches that are just shooting at around about 70mm, which is probably one of my favourite focal lengths for woodland photography. Just looks fantastic. I have not done any woodland photography in so long, but this is the shot. There's no heather in this, but oh, how good does it look with just the sun and the mist. Really doesn't get better than this. Right, so I've come down to Padley Gorge now, raced around in the car because the mist was getting thicker and I thought there might be some mist down here. There is. So I'm going to head over down into the gorge and see what we can get. First of all, this amazing tree here, and there's a stream. There's so much, it just looks so incredible. Right, go. I'm back. This is the first time I've ever seen fog here since 4 years ago that I took this Enchanted Oaks, and it's greener and oh, it's lush. It just looks so fantastic. And I also want to take some different compositions here, so I'm so pleased. There's nobody else around as well, which is amazing. So yeah, I'm going to get the Enchanted Oaks shot again, and then I'm going to take some different shots. Oh my word, this looks so spectacular. So I've got a different composition here where I've just come to the left of, Enchanted Oaks is over in that direction. I've basically come and I've just got these trees just poking out, and this one here is catching the light, and it looks so, so good. I'm shooting at 24 to 120, I can't talk, and I'm shooting around about f11, ISO 64. Wow, wow, wow.
And this is my new version of Enchanted Oaks, and compare it with the old one, I think it's pretty good.
So I found a new composition, I think. So I've got these trees as the main subject, which look fantastic. I've got a bright area over there, which I quite like, because it's sort of, I think it's always nice to have light and dark in an image. So that bright area over there is quite nice. It's sort of, you sort of wonder what's down there. There's a path down there as well. And then in the foreground, I've got this tree here. This is the tricky thing, because I'm going to have to maybe focus stack it, but I think I'm going to shoot, try and do like f16 as well to try and get this in focus. I'm shooting at 24mm, so it should be a chance. It's probably about 2 meters away from the camera. It so rarely does it look so good as it does here. To have this lush green and the fog, oh, so lucky. So Suzanne, who I'm with, is somewhere over there. Yeah, I can see her. She's on the other side getting excited as well.
Well, I have to say this is so incredible. When the conditions are like this, you just feel like you're missing out, but you've just got to try and not worry too much about it. Enjoy where you are, and you'll still get some good shots. You can't get all the shots, but know that one day the conditions will come back and you'll come to a different area. But what a morning. What a morning this has been. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Shouldn't do, but it doesn't get better than this.
Oh, I'm just walking through Padley Gorge now, and I'm just taking shots that I keep seeing, which is just so therapeutic, just sort of seeing the trees through the mist and just grabbing a few shots. I'll show them now, but I've not talked about any of them as particular amazing compositions, but I feel that sometimes just having a few photos that hang together is quite nice. This is beautiful. Well, the mist has sort of descended a little bit, it's still in the valley. The light's getting a little bit harsher now, so I think it's going to be harder to get photos, but wow, what a morning. So I'm going to go back some studio, print some out, and we'll talk a little bit more about the compositions, what worked, what didn't. Well, that was spectacular. I have got some prints that I've done, obviously, from there, and I have to say that was probably the best morning I've had in photography for years, literally years. It was a bit, I suppose, unwanted in a way, because I'd rather be in Svalbard, but I had this really bad headache. I couldn't travel because of my CSF leak. But there's always something that comes out of the blue, and this trip was just out of the blue and amazing, amazing conditions. I'm going to show you these photos. I'm also going to tell you about something where I've got some need for photos from you guys that I'm going to be editing and critiquing. So I'll tell you about that at the end of the video. Before I do all that, I just want to thank this week's sponsor, and that is Squarespace. I've uploaded some photos from this morning because there's so many of them onto a blog. I'm going to try and do this with most of my videos now that I'm only doing them every 2 weeks. I have a bit more time. And I did that with Squarespace. It's a super easy platform if you've no technical skills and you just want to set up a website to have control of the quality of your photos, where you can control how good they are when they're uploaded, and you can control the look and feel of the whole site as well. There's templates to choose from if you want to, or you can just build your own and just do whatever you want. So if you're looking to build your own website, then take a look at squarespace.com, use offer code Nigel, or go squarespace.com/Nigel to get 10% off. Right, let's look at these photos. So first, this one. So this was really early on. I'd just seen the deer down there. It started to get a little bit of light, and I really like this fence, even though it's like effectively a barbed wire fence. I quite like this, and we do get quite a lot of these with these concrete posts in the Peak District. And I just walked up the path until I found this heather. It's a fairly simple composition. I like the fact there's this depth in the background. It's just subtle. It just looks so good printed. So yeah, this works pretty well, I think. And then onto the next one. I mean, there were so many. I could have printed so many prints. So this one here, this almost looks like spring because it had rained so hard the night before. We had these really beautiful, lush colours. And as you can see, we've got these really lush greens here, and it just looks absolutely fantastic. I try to compose it. So I always try and do this with my woodland photos, where I have a bunch of trees here which I really liked, but then these ones in the distance as well, sort of drawing your eye, having a bit of depth to it. This anchors this bottom left, these anchor the bottom, this anchors the bottom right, sorry, this anchors the bottom left. There's a little bit of heather there, so just gives you a sense of when this was, which I really like about it as well. You might not spot that at first. And I think this just looks fantastic. I really like this. Some of the prints from here are going to be going on my new updated print store. I'm currently working on that, and I'm going to start selling prints in a sort of a different way. There's going to be a whole new set of prints that go on there in the next month, I think. Okay, the final one I printed was this one, which was near where I took Enchanted Oaks. Enchanted Oaks is just over here. And I really like this. At first I just saw these trees, and I was just shooting this bit here, and I didn't have this in the foreground. But then I felt that this added something to the foreground, this bit here. I love diagonals, so this worked really well. And then we've just got this amazing, I mean, you can't go wrong with stuff like this. Yeah, these greens, the lush greens that we got at this time of year are just fantastic as well. The light source is coming from over here and just lighting everything up, pushing its way through the fog. And yeah, this is in Padley Gorge in the Peak District, and it doesn't often get fog down here, so I got really lucky. I've still got to edit some more photos from this part of the woodland as well, so I'm looking forward to doing that. But that was it. Okay, on to the, I need your help basically. I want to do a video that's about editing and critiquing photos. So if you're looking to have one of your photos
both edited and critiqued in one of my videos, and I'll be slightly critical about it, but in a good way. So I'll say the good things that I think might be able to be improved, either via editing or via a different composition. Then there is a link in the description below that you can upload your photos. I'm going to keep this open for a week and then I'm going to close it, and then I'll probably be using those photos in maybe 1 or 2 months, so you'll see the video come out in 1 or 2 months. And yeah, thanks as ever for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. I read all the comments, and if you're not subscribed, and 50% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, then please hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 500,000 subscribers, and it'd be fantastic if we were to do that before Christmas. Unlikely, but fantastic. Thanks for watching. Until a Sunday in the future, bye.
Time goes by, yeah, you and I are running out.